Hi, I'm Ghezal Omar. I am the writer and creator of 357 Magnum Opus. I'm here in Chicago, and I want you to follow Raze Chaos on YouTube.
And welcome back, everybody. My name is Raze Chaos. You've made it back to my channel, and I'm so glad you did. I'm so glad you did, because it is Wednesday, and Wednesday is New Comic Book Day. And everybody knows that's Raze's favorite day of the week, is a new comic book day. And today, we have a very special one, an old one, going back, way back, to pretty much the birth of the Silver Age. Not the birth of the Silver Age, but right around that era. We have got the X-Men #4, and this is a big deal. The original X-Men, because this is not the first appearance of Magneto, because Magneto first appears in X-Men #1, but this is when he comes back. But when he comes back, he brings friends. We're going to put this guy away, and we're going to talk about it. So as the cover shows, you have the X-Men down here in the middle, and then you have Magneto forefront and everything, just like they have the figure. He's got the fist, he's got the open hand, just like on this. Even though you can only see him from the waist up on the or pretty much from the thighs up. But as it says on the cover, face to face with the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. This is the first appearance of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and they consist of Toad, Mastermind, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver. Which in this canon, it is not. They have not made it to the point of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are his kids. They've gone back and forth in that in the comics as far as making them Magneto's children, but at this they haven't even begun that yet. So so we don't know. But it is Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver's first appearance, and what I like about this story is when they introduce these characters, these are this is, the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. These are the antagonists of the story. However, when they open up on this, you see when you're introduced to them, Scarlet Witch is basically sitting eating at a table and everything, and then Mastermind comes in and creeps on her, and Quicksilver immediately pops up and he's like, "Hey, back off my sister." And then they kind of do this flashback about how they don't like what they're doing with Magneto, and that they only feel obligated because Scarlet Witch was about to be burned at the stake for being a witch before Magneto arrived and rescued her. So they pledged their loyalty to him, and so they're already reluctant villains. And it's no big surprise that not long after this issue even, it wasn't terribly too long, that they actually leave Magneto and then go and join the Avengers, which it seemed odd, but like in reading the original stories of them, you could actually be sitting there thinking, oh, that kind of makes sense. They didn't want to be bad guys in the first place. So while they are considered villains turned heroes initially in comics, you can tell very easily from the first little bits of the story, right from the beginning of their first appearance, that they aren't necessarily evil. It may be the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, but they themselves are not evil and don't wish to be. Mastermind, of course, is just a creep. And that's a character trait that he's managed to hold on to ever since. And Toad is just that. He is the Toad. And it is amazing that he keeps popping up, because most of the time he's considered useless. but he is extremely loyal to Magneto and his Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, even though even afterwards, where Mastermind eventually goes to the Hellfire Club, and Magneto fills out the ranks of his Brotherhood of Evil Mutants a couple of times, but Toad stays a loyal lackey for a very long time in comics. A lot of time, for a long time, it was pretty much synonymous that if you saw Magneto, Toad was going to be slinking around begging for his approval at some point. They have changed that, and it's no longer the case. But for the longest time, it was kind of like Toad was almost Magneto's pet. And he stayed in every incarnation of Magneto's Brotherhood of Evil. But it all began here in issue number 4 of the X-Men. And that is absolutely awesome. It is a great cover. And like I said, he's standing. What I think is cool is they've given him a little base on the inside that is made of iron girders, and they are bent up as if it just the magnetism that he just naturally emits is affecting it, which is a really cool trait to go, even though the character is not seen from the legs down. It's just really great and creative, and these are the comic book covers I love most, is when they go back and do first appearances of characters or teams that really help you see the early building blocks of what comics are now. Naturally, this is full on. This is Stan Lee and Jack Kirby together, and you read these books and you see what all the fuss is about. Not saying they didn't get repetitive, but I mean, if I can toss out a little bit of a controversy here, Jack Kirby was the better storyteller as far as that stuff goes. And yes, this is a prime example of that, putting the two characters on the team that don't necessarily want to be part of the team, or they don't really want to act out the stuff that the team wants to do. And they made them good, strong characters, and yeah, they've stood, because I mean, if anything, like Toad's been around forever. He made it into movies. Mastermind has lived up to his name and become a mastermind in certain areas, but Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are still strong at the forefront, and Magneto is considered one of the best X-Men villains of all time. So yeah, I've enjoyed this, and I'm glad that you came around to get my little slice of comic book history, as I like to deliver it. And I hope you've enjoyed this. Don't forget that I have an entire playlist of all the comic book covers as I get them, and they are linked in the description. Yeah, it's part of a playlist. You'll see it when you see this video. You'll see that it's part of a playlist, and you can check it out. You can check all the different comics. It's primarily Marvel. I believe DC has done half as many covers, but you also get a Star Wars cover, a Star Trek cover, and I even have an independent title of The Last Ronin going on. Well, no, I don't. That has just come out, and I haven't gotten it yet. But it'll happen, because I would actually like more independent comics as far as these things go. Of course, I'd like more DC, because I'm a DC guy, and yeah, get off your duff, DC. Give us some more comic book covers. I want them. The world wants them. The world needs them. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now. Never forget that life is full of odd moments, and you never know when you're going to be defined.